So out of necessity of both insulation as well as making a flat surface out of a rounded plastic edge, I built out boxes over each of the wheel wells. This was not a difficult process, especially since the wheel wells rose exactly 5.5 inches off the floor, which happens also to be the exact width of a 2x6 beam of wood. As luck would have it, one of my neighbors was redoing his pool deck and getting rid of all of his leftover lumber. This had the added benefit of having already withstood years of weathering and lots of traffic. What was left was essentially to make it square, to insulate it from the outside weather, and to cut out scrap pieces of plywood from the bed frame to cover and secure it for later use. The only difficulty would be to shape, copy, and then cut the inside well support. To do this, I simply laid out the final length of the 2x6 that would cover the aisle side of the well, trace the edges with a black marker, and then cut out that section with a jigsaw. On top of the driver's side well would be the composting toilet, which I will discuss in a later video. And over the passenger side well would be both the sink and the on-demand hot water shower head. For the purposes of keeping it simple, this video includes the driver's side.
Alright, so I have basically carved out the box that is going to surround the wheel well on the driver's side. It's a 2x6. The commode is actually going to sit right here at some point when it's actually finished. I cut out this piece here, and these two kind of match. I put a 21-inch 2x6 between the two, and I actually moved those beyond the flashing for the wheel well itself. So what I'm going to hope to do is put a little bit of insulation in the well itself. Not a whole lot of insulation because it's ultimately going to be insulated by the room itself. But got a little bit down. The second part to the box itself, which was actually pretty hard, was to fit a bunch of 1/2 inch, I think it's actually 3/8 inch plywood and other kinds of wood inside the box itself, which fits inside the 2x6s. I cut those out of various pieces of wood I not only salvaged from the bus itself, but also that I got from fence posts and things, and I cut it out pretty exact so that it would just sit here. And what I'm going to do, it's not actually going to supply any support other than to insulate the actual box itself and not let any air or whatever up through, which is nice and solid. I cut some really good kind of exacting cuts out of here, and then I'm going to lay plywood on the opposing direction, which should all the way meet to the edge. It should come all the way to the edge of the 2x6s, and not only will I screw that down to the 2x4s, but I'll also kind of try and make sure that I'll pop screws into each of the other 3/4 inch plywood pieces that I cut. And it's not necessarily to break it up, it's just to use the stuff that I already had, and that comes in nice and handy to make it nice and sturdy. Wood itself is an insulator, so not only am I upcycling the materials that I have found, but I'm also making sure that it's nice and secure, that it's insulated with the leftover insulation that I've got, making sure I don't waste any of that, but also having some nice precise cuts out of the wood that I salvaged from countertops. So
Thanks for watching, I hope you liked it. If so, be sure to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Construction on the tiny home is actually complete, so visit kyleodonnell.com/blog to binge watch the build. You'll not only read my personal journals during construction, you'll also see videos covering everything from solar installation and transforming bedrooms to wiring your electronics and off-grid plumbing.